It's sort of a new take on the New Testament story of the resurrection for a 21st century or contemporary audience. These kind of films were quite popular back in the 50s and the 60s. And 10 years ago with Mel Gibson's Passion, there was sort of a resurgence. There have been a number of them done since, but we wanted to do something completely different. So it's sort of the resurrection story told as a detective story. Joe Fiennes, we felt, was excellent for Clavius because he has a physical presence about him that Clavius had to have, but he also has a vulnerability to him that the character requires as well. Because this guy's art takes him from being quite brutal but effective Roman tribune who's a soldier to a guy who starts to question his own beliefs and spirituality, and Joseph has that sort of range where he can manifest all those things. Tom Felton was a wonderful surprise for me. I've really enjoyed working with Tom. We read a lot of people for the character of Lucius, and in fact at the time the character didn't even have a name. He was just called the Aide. And Tom came on board, and he really has taken the character and made him much more than he was on the page. He's Maori, he's from New Zealand. And actually, one of our producers, Patrick Aiello, thought of Cliff for this, and I immediately sparked the idea because I knew how intense and versatile he is. And one of the problems with the character of Yeshua is that he doesn't really have a lot of scripted dialogue, and so we needed someone who could manifest the presence of Yeshua without being able to do it verbally. And Cliff has a very intense process, and part of his process was to not talk to anyone for a long time. And we all respected that. It was a bit awkward at times, having to communicate in sign language or figure out what he meant. But it did build something up inside of him that the apostle characters responded to, and it comes across on the screen because people that have seen him in some of the scenes immediately talk about how powerful he is.